The medication that destroys your brain the most is not an illegal drug, nor something hard to find. It's a pill that millions of people take every day believing they are taking care of their health. But the most shocking part is that, quietly, it is corroding memory, leaving thoughts scrambled and increasing the risk of dementia with every dose. Have you ever stopped to think why so many elderly people start forgetting names, losing objects, feeling confused by simple tasks, and always think it's just age? The truth is that this medication, used for decades, may be behind a large part of these symptoms. What you've never been told is that scientific studies reveal that it accelerates brain aging, reduces learning capacity, and creates a silent dependency, like an invisible prison inside the mind. But I'm not just here to warn you. At the end of this video, I will reveal a secret recipe from Indian Ayurvedic medicine used for centuries that can awaken your memory, increase your focus, and protect your neurons against premature degeneration. Something natural, accessible, and so powerful that it can transform the way you care for your brain forever. Unfortunately, it's not just one pill that threatens brain health. There are several classes of medications consumed every day by millions of people that science has already linked to memory loss, slowed thinking, and a higher risk of dementia. Many of these medications have their purpose and, in specific situations, are indispensable. But when used long-term, especially in the elderly, they can be devastating. Before revealing the list, a warning. If you are using any of these medications and notice signs like frequent forgetfulness, difficulty concentrating, mental confusion, daytime sleepiness, dizziness, or a feeling of slow thinking, do not stop on your own. Consult the doctor who prescribed it to you, explain what you've been feeling, and ask if it's possible to switch to a less harmful medication. There are almost always safer alternatives. The first type of medication is benzodiazepines. Clonazepam, diazepam, alprazolam, and lorazepam are some very common names, sold in pharmacies as Rivotril, Valium, Frontal, and Lorax. Used for anxiety and insomnia, they reduce brain activity through GABA. But in the long term, they are linked to dependency, falls, worsening memory, and even a 50% higher risk of dementia in some studies. The second type of medication is anticholinergics, found in amitriptyline, oxybutynin, diphenhydramine, and biperidine. They block acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter essential for memory and learning. This blockade causes confusion, delirium, and accelerates cognitive loss, especially in older people. The third type of medication is antipsychotics. Haloperidol, risperidone, quetiapine, and olanzapine reduce dopamine and serotonin to control delusions and hallucinations. The side effect is heavy: sedation, muscle stiffness, mental slowness, and a higher risk of stroke in the elderly. The fourth type of medication is opioids. Codeine, tramadol, morphine, and oxycodone act on brain receptors to relieve pain. The problem is that, in addition to dependency, they cause profound drowsiness, mental confusion, and significant memory failures. The fifth type of medication is classic anticonvulsants. Phenytoin, phenobarbital, and valproate were for a long time the basis of treatment for epileptic seizures, but chronic use can bring slowed thinking, drowsiness, motor imbalance, and memory failures. The sixth type of medication is the so-called sleeping pills. Zolpidem, zopiclone, and esopiclone became famous for how quickly they induce sleep. The catch is that, along with rest, come the risks: dependency, forgetfulness, sleepwalking, and falls in the elderly. The seventh type of medication is tricyclic antidepressants. Amitriptyline, nortriptyline, and clomipramine act on multiple neurotransmitters. But the consequence is dry mouth, confusion, constipation, and significant memory loss, making them increasingly less recommended compared to modern antidepressants. The eighth type of medication is first-generation antihistamines, used for allergies such as promethazine, hydroxyzine, and diphenhydramine. They cross the blood-brain barrier and cause intense sedation, slowed thinking, and memory impairment with prolonged use. All these medications have a medical function, but continuous use represents a silent risk to the brain. The first signs may seem small: a forgotten thing, a word on the tip of your tongue, confusion with simple tasks, until they become permanent. If you are being treated with any of them and feel these symptoms, don't stop on your own. Schedule an appointment, explain what you've noticed, and ask about safer options. There are almost always alternatives that preserve your health and your memory. You have now discovered which medications can make your brain sick, harm your mind, and erase your memories. But now I want to give you something positive, something that can transform your life. In different parts of the world, there are cultures where people live to be over 100 years old without suffering from Alzheimer's, dementia, or severe forgetfulness. And the question is, what do they do differently? The secret of Okinawa, Japan. The inhabitants of this island are known as the people of long lives. They have a simple but powerful diet. They eat a lot of vegetables, fish, and use turmeric almost every day. Green tea is another notable habit, rich in antioxidants that protect neurons. Turmeric, in turn, contains curcumin, a substance that reduces inflammation in the brain. A study published in the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease showed that curcumin helps prevent the degeneration of brain cells. How to apply it in practice? Prepare a cup of green tea first thing in the morning and use a pinch of turmeric in rice, soups, or even mixed in a glass of warm milk before bed. The secret of the Mediterranean. In countries bordering the Mediterranean Sea, the elderly reach advanced ages with sharp minds. The main reason is their diet. Extra virgin olive oil, walnuts, almonds, fish rich in omega-3, and plenty of fresh fruits and vegetables. This combination keeps brain cells protected. Research published in the New England Journal of Medicine showed that this dietary pattern reduces the risk of cognitive decline by up to 1/3. How to apply it in practice? Use raw olive oil on salads and vegetables, add a handful of nuts or walnuts to your afternoon snack, and include fish like sardines or salmon in at least 2 meals a week. The secret of the Andean peoples. In the Andes, in countries like Peru and Bolivia, foods like quinoa, maca, and purple sweet potato are part of daily life. Quinoa is very rich in magnesium and amino acids that help with communication between neurons. Maca is famous for increasing energy and mental focus and has been studied in publications like Evidence-Based Complementary and Alternative Medicine. How to apply it in practice? Replace rice with quinoa a few days a week and add a spoonful of maca powder to fruit smoothies or natural juices. The secret of India and Ayurveda. Ayurvedic medicine has taught for thousands of years that rosemary is the herb of remembrance. Today, science confirms it. Rosemary essential oil, when inhaled, improves short-term memory performance according to research published in Therapeutic Advances in Psychopharmacology. Furthermore, practices like meditation and yoga preserve areas of the brain linked to attention and memory. How to apply it in practice? Prepare rosemary tea once or twice a week. Use a few drops of essential oil in your study or work environment, and practice 10 minutes of deep breathing or meditation daily. The secret of Ikaria, Greece. On this island, almost no one suffers from dementia. The residents maintain a simple routine. They walk every day, take afternoon naps, and spend a lot of time with friends and family. Science has already shown that physical activity increases cerebral circulation, and that social interactions reduce the risk of cognitive loss. How to apply it in practice? Take a 20-minute walk every day, allow yourself to rest after lunch when possible, and value face-to-face conversations, looking people in the eye and laughing with the people you love. In all these cultures, there is a common point: simplicity. Keeping the body hydrated, sleeping well, and constantly learning something new are fundamental pillars. Water keeps the brain's chemical reactions functioning, deep sleep reorganizes memory, and daily learning creates new neural connections. How to apply it in practice? Drink at least 6 to 8 glasses of water throughout the day, turn off screens 1 hour before bed, and dedicate 15 minutes a day to learning something new. It could be a word in another language, a song on an instrument, or even a different recipe. These secrets show that protecting the brain and keeping the mind young does not depend solely on medication or genetics. It depends on daily choices that anyone can start today. And when you combine ancient wisdom with modern scientific knowledge, the result is a protected brain, a stronger memory, and a longer, fuller life. The most awaited moment has arrived. Up to this point, you have discovered the medications that can destroy the brain and also the secrets of the ancients to preserve the mind. But now I want to give you the real treasure of this lesson, something that many will never have access to, and precisely because of that, they will go through life suffering from forgetfulness, confusion, insomnia, and even diseases like Alzheimer's and dementia. But you have this opportunity for free, here and now. This recipe comes from Indian Ayurvedic medicine, used for centuries by sages as a tonic for the mind and memory. In ancient times, it was offered to the elderly and spiritual masters, precisely to maintain clarity, concentration, and mental vitality until the final years of life. Today, modern research already confirms the benefits of the ingredients in this preparation. Protection of neurons against inflammation, improved circulation in the brain, increased focus, and even a natural stimulation of short and long-term memory. Those who consume this recipe consistently report more energy, mental clarity, ability to concentrate, less anxiety, restorative sleep, and even improved mood. It is a simple, natural, and powerful way to strengthen the brain and shield the mind against the effects of time. Ingredients: 1 teaspoon of high-quality turmeric powder, 1 tablespoon of pure honey, 1 teaspoon of extra virgin coconut oil, a pinch of ground black pepper, and 250 milliliters of warm milk. It can be plant-based like almond or nut milk. Heat the milk until warm without boiling. Then, add the turmeric, honey, and coconut oil. Mix well until it forms a homogeneous drink. Finally, add the pinch of black pepper. It enhances the absorption of the curcumin from the turmeric by up to 20 times, ensuring a real effect in the body. Drink 1 cup of this mixture at night before bed. This helps to calm the mind, improve sleep quality, and at the same time, reinforce the protection of neurons. This recipe, popularly known as golden milk, has crossed centuries as a secret of mental vitality. Today you have the chance to put it into practice in your daily life. Simple, accessible, and powerful, this is the true jewel for protecting your brain and keeping your mind young for many, many years. I want to sincerely encourage you to put these natural teachings into practice. Together we have seen that there are medications capable of making the brain sick, but we have also discovered the secrets of the ancients that keep the mind young, plus the powerful recipe to strengthen memory and protect neurons. Remember, if you are using any of these medications, you don't need to become anxious or worried. Do not stop on your own. Just schedule a new appointment with the doctor who prescribed it to you, explain what you are feeling, and ask if there is a less harmful alternative. Almost always, they will help you find the safest path for your health, and if you have made it this far, I would like to congratulate you, and if this content was in any way useful to you, leave the phrase, "Wealth is being alive," here below in the comments. This is our declaration of value, because there is nothing more precious than preserving life and the mind. If this content made sense to you, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell to be notified whenever a new lesson is posted. And do something even bigger. Share it with your friends and family in WhatsApp groups. You could be the bridge that carries information capable of saving someone's memory and health. I say goodbye, wishing that God blesses your life, that your mind be clear, that your heart be full of peace, and that your health strengthens with each new day. Take care, because you are unique and precious. Until the next lesson.